Just look at this number.
$10 million. Stop doubting and start trading. Link in bio. Let's go.
What more proof do you need? Pretty standard stuff for most trading bot channels or paid signal groups. Flash a big number, show a screenshot, watch the comments roll in. And sure enough, half the people go, whoa, that's insane money. The other half go, fake, photoshopped, total scam. And what's wild is both sides are arguing about the wrong thing completely. Nobody's asking the questions that actually matter. Because the real question isn't whether the number is real or fake. The real questions are, how long did it take to make that money? Was it one lucky day or a consistent system result? What was the starting deposit? Does this guy trade with 0 drawdowns? And what happens to those millions in 2 weeks? But our brain, stubborn little dopamine junkie that it is, sees the big shiny number and just shuts off. Critical thinking gone in a second. Most people don't even try to look deeper or ask the hard questions. I'm Chris, COO at EA Automatic, and this video we're going to break down how chasing a pretty number weekly or monthly actually stops investors from building real, lasting wealth. Like I said, our brains love big numbers. The bigger the number, the stronger the emotional hit. That's exactly why these headlines crush it online. Made $300,000 in 1 month, turned $1,000 into $100,000, grew my account by 10x. New traders see stuff like that and think, yeah, that's the path to money right there. The trap is that a big number shows you one single moment. It tells you nothing, absolutely nothing about the process that got there. Nobody posts a screenshot that says, here are my 243 straight normal trading days. Nobody makes a video saying, here's a strategy that's quietly worked for 3 years. That stuff doesn't go viral. People want the explosion, the overnight win, the real money, real serious money. It almost never works that way. It's not an explosion, it's slow, steady, and honestly a little boring. Step by step, month by month, year by year. When me and David were building EA Automatic, I already had solid experience at a major international hedge fund. So from day one, our team and I agreed, we're not judging this robot by how big a number it hits in any single month, because any single month can be anything. Great, terrible, chaotic, quiet. A major news event drops. Some geopolitical thing blows up. Something like all the turmoil around the SpaceX IPO recently. Markets shift constantly, and sometimes they hand you an unusual opportunity. Can our robot perform well in a month like that? Absolutely. But the question isn't how much you can make in your best month. The question is whether the system keep working over the long haul, because that's exactly where the line between investing and gambling shows up. When people see a robot's profit number, they see only the result. What they don't see is years of testing, collecting data, thousands of hours of development, updates, patches, fixes, hundreds of mistakes that had to be corrected so the robot could actually trade like a professional instead of just running some basic algorithm. They don't see the nights the team stayed up hunting down the cause of a new bug or rebuilding logic after market conditions changed. If there's one thing I've learned after years in this game, it's that a good trading robot almost never comes from one person. Behind it is usually a whole team, developers, traders, analysts, risk specialists, people who spend years collecting statistics just trying to make an already working system maybe 0.5% better. That's why I always smile a little when I see ads that say, our AI found a secret strategy and now makes 100% a month. Because the real work looks a lot less exciting than that, and a lot harder. Now let's talk about something most marketers prefer to skip entirely: drawdowns. Could the monthly results have been higher? Yes, absolutely. But to get there, you'd have to take one more risk. And more risk almost always means a higher chance of something going seriously wrong. And here's something investors really don't like hearing. Every trading system makes mistakes, every single one, no exceptions. If someone tells you that there's a robot that never makes mistakes, never has drawdowns, always wins, I'm going to be straight with you. I've got a lot of questions. Because markets aren't a maths formula. They're alive. They change. They adapt. They surprise you. Even the most reliable strategies go through rough patches. That's completely normal. I'd actually go one step further. The absence of mistakes can sometimes be more dangerous than the mistakes themselves. Because behind a perfect, flawless track record, there's often a hidden risk that just hasn't shown up yet. The guy waving his millions at the camera just hasn't taken a big hit yet, but it's coming. That's why I keep saying, I trust a system that knows how to survive drawdowns far more than a system that promises they'll never happen. One of them learns and adapts. The other one is usually just hiding the problem. And this brings us to the most important part, where big account balances actually come from. People who don't know the markets that well think big money comes from one great decision, one trade, one signal, one incredible month, like hitting the jackpot. Reality is completely different. Big capital comes from repetition, over and over and over again. Picture two people. The first one spends every month chasing the next big thing, new copy trading source, new token, or a new magic strategy, always hunting for 50% profit monthly. The second person consistently grows their capital, always keeping an eye on risk management, even when they hit a drawdown, even when the growth feels slower than they'd like. Boring, of course, but after 1 month, person one looks like they're winning. After 3 months, not so obvious. After 6 months, well, the first person has whipped his account entirely. And after a few years, the second person is always way ahead than he initially thought he would be. Because that's when the most powerful force in investing kicks in. Compound interest. When your returns start working alongside your capital, when small results slowly turn into big ones like a snowball rolling downhill. We actually have a full video on this on the channel, so go and watch it if you haven't seen it yet. That's exactly why investors who are actually in profit don't look at the single month, not a single trade, not a pretty screenshot. They look at the long run, the statistics, the consistency, whether the system can keep working for years. So next time you see a big profit number on someone's screen, don't ask them about it. Ask yourself, how long did it take to build that number? What were the drawdowns along the way? How much risk was taken on? How long has this system actually been running? Those questions separate luck from real results. A good story from a working system. Coming back to our robot, I never brag about monthly results. Honestly, not even yearly results. What I'm most proud of isn't even the final profit number. It's that the profit wasn't built on luck. We built a tool that can generate stable passive income for a lifetime, not because of one lucky month, but because of thousands of small, smart decisions. Because financial discipline, without you, simply cannot build something that actually lasts. If there's any real secret to success in this financial market, this is what it looks like. Capital doesn't grow fast, it doesn't grow loud, but it grows boringly steady, and it holds up when things get rough. And the first step couldn't be easier. It won't cost you a single cent. Just click the link in the description. A few simple steps to connect the robot. Activate it, then go live your life. No need to sit glued to a screen. No need to stress every time a new headline drops. A well-tuned system plus the power of compound interest can do remarkable things. And when you see it for yourself, feel free to send me a couple of honest screenshots.